What's on, mini fans? Back with another project. So this one is a follow-on from the Zone Mortalis platforms. I want a way to transform those into the Zone Mortalis columns. So this is what I've come up with. It's a bit of a short project, this one. I will do more on this, but I figure because I've only got a little time each week to dedicate to crafting, I could do these short videos rather than one big project, because it just takes me too long to do. Anyway, if you're cool with that, or if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. If you like anything in this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and I've got Amazon affiliate links of my most used gear in the description below. Enough of this, let's get on to crafting. Now, I hummed and hawed about this, and I actually started off by making boxes out of chipboard, but I couldn't get them quite right, so these have to be pretty perfect to fit into those platform frames. So instead I opted to use XPS foam, and I don't have a hot wire cutter, so I just had to do this with a craft knife, trying to keep it as straight as possible. But I basically just measured the inside sort of edges of the platforms. So one side is 4.5 by 4 centimeters. Now on the outside of the XPS foam, I'm going to use that magnetic sheet, like sticker stuff I've used in the past. So that's about 1 millimeter thick. So I just minus off a couple of millimeters off those measurements. So it's 4.3 by 3.8, and I cut 4 blocks. The XPS foam I have isn't quite as high as the platforms. It's 5 mils off. And rather than trying to cut a perfect 5 mil thick piece of XPS to go on top, I elected just to cut three rectangles of chipboard, 2 mil chipboard for each one, glue them together with PVA, and then bang them on top. Much easier for me. It's weird, I've got this clear PVA, which was making me spin out at first, but it's quite awesome. After that, I've given it all a bit of a sand, using sandpaper, and also wearing a breathing mask because that XPS dust. Pretty sure it's pretty nasty. And then what I've done is cut strips of that magnetic tape long enough to cover all sides of this block we've just made. Same measurements, so 4.3, 3.8, 4.3, 3.8, and I've scored down each of those, the sort of joins. So then I can kind of almost break it, but bend it round the corners and just keep it in one piece and just slap it on, peel off the backing and stick it on. After I've stuck it on, I give it a sand because it's so smooth, paint will not stick to it. as I said, simple project. So that's the build done. After this, I've primed it and then painted it black. And then I do 2 of the blocks, all the sides, the same matching sort of grey to the rest of my tiles. And then the other 2, I do the long sides grey, then leave the other sides black because they're going to be hazard stripes. After a couple of coats of grey, because I'm keeping it quite watered down, the paint, I don't want any build up because this needs to fit snugly into those the platforms. So I give a white dry brush to the centre of each of those grey panels. Then for the black panels, as I said, they're going to be hazard stripes, so I've masked them off with 5mm masking tape, and I sponge on a flesh tone first, and then follow that up after it's dried with yellow sponged on. Peeling off that masking tape. Woohoo! No leaks. Looking good. After everything's dried, I give everything a once over with my black wash, and then I dab some off with tissue. Final bit of painting is a bit of weathering, so I use burnt umber paint, sponge on a stick, and go for it. Doing quite a lot of the bottoms of each wall, so it looks like a load of dirt is built up. Alrighty, and job's done. And that's the end of a project. Small project. Anyway, here's some photos of the finished pieces. I hope you enjoyed the vid, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers for now.